This is a quick video for Nico, who got in touch with me the other week, talking about Salty Dog Blues, which I posted quite a while back. And Nico just been asking me a few questions about how I've been playing it, and it's quite an interesting song anyway as a kind of practice tune. There's loads of different versions of it. So this is a quick run through what I play. There's 4 chords to it, and it's a fairly simple ragtime progression, and it's in E7, which is the 4th string at the 2nd fret and 3rd string at the 1st fret, A, which is barred right across at the 2nd fret, D7, which is 3rd string at the 2nd fret and 2nd string at the 1st fret, and G. And it's a kind of quick turnaround. It's become a blues standard, and there's a bluegrass version of it. Flat Scruggs played. I really like the Mississippi John Hurt version, which is a little bit more laid back and a kind of slightly more ragtime feel to it. Obviously you can play it however you like. And really it just came out of working through a tab, that quick tab that I got from Banjo Player's Handbook by Tim Jumper, and that's got hundreds of different tunes in it, and you just get simple chord versions of that, simple melody structure, and then you kind of make your own up as you go along. So Nico, this is pretty much what I did with this tune. Tim Jumper's version is a kind of frailing version of this song, and it kind of goes something like uses the basic frailing technique, playing through the different chords. The melody to the song is simply you play as you play the E7 chord in the first bar, there's a little pull off that you play on the 2nd string at the 1st fret, which is the, and then when you drop down onto the A, there's a little 2-note run, which is on the 3rd string at the 4th fret and the 3rd string at the 3rd fret, and then back into the A again. I play, once I got onto the D7 chord, where normally you would play, which is the kind of drop back down into G, I usually just slide the D7 up 2 frets and then run back down the frets again to get that little kind of turnaround type feel to it. And then the kind of start up, the kind of tagline at the start is a little run down the 4th string. So you play the 3rd string open, 4th string at the 4th fret, 3rd, 2nd, and then open, so it goes. Which is a great way of starting out the song, simple version of it. But probably as you've seen, there's kind of bluegrass versions, and as I said, a little blues version, and I've been using it as a practice tune to try and kind of work out my own version. So mine is a kind of 2-picking version. It's a kind of pick and strum right hand technique that I've been using, which is kind of informal. It's not structured in any way. It's just playing third and fourth string with my thumb, and then kind of downward chop with the back of my index finger, and then up picking a note on the way back. And that came out some of the stuff that Tim Jumper covered in his book How to Learn the Banjo, and the kind of strumming pattern sounds a bit like this. Slightly more laid back version of the Fralin technique, really. And when you apply it to the song, it sounds a bit like this. And that just took quite a little bit of time of feeling around, seeing how it felt for me, and just going with it from there. The other thing which is kind of good about this is there's that quick turnover between the 4 sets of chords, and so it's a really good way of just playing your way through them. See how it works. That's all kind of working within the first 4 or 5 frets on the banjo, but obviously you can do other things with it. And if you want to kind of dress up the song or give it a slightly different feel, you can also try those chords in different positions. So quite often I like to play it through the melody a couple of times and then drop in a kind of run through the chords, just playing strum chopped chords on the banjo. And that D position chord at the 2nd fret, you can kind of slide up 2 frets and it becomes an E. If you then slide up another fret and change over to the F shape, you get to an A. And then a bar across at the 7th fret gives you a D. And then you can just open back to G, or back to that F shape starting at the 3rd fret for a G, which kind of goes something like this. is just a matter of playing around with those 4 chords: A7, E7, A, D7 and G. So can have fun with it really.